Good morning, everybody. Good morning, Festus.
Oh, can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Oh, I gotta delete. Oh, that's right. Yeah, I had to just mute the other one, or else it's gonna echo
I
or
was
whatever it's
getting a
called.
cup of coffee, so I muted myself.
Oh, yeah. I was in this stream that plays this Jim and Sam show,
Yeah.
and late Jeno showed up,
Oh gosh. Like he
and, he,
would.
and he's all kissing up to this stream that I used to hang out in, and I had it fallen out, and they blocked me because they got mad at me, and I got mad at them, and it was like, hell with you. And he's all kissing up to them. Oh, I'd like to come back. I'd like to come into your stream, and they've always hated him.
Mm-hmm.
And he's all kissing up to them, and I'm like, oh, I see what he's trying to do. He's trying to get me to feel bad. Oh, look, he got back in there, and I can't. So it's like, whatever.
Yeah. Well, you're welcome here anytime.
Oh, thank you. But yeah, he goes in there and plays his little games, and you know, now he's saying he had a video that he had titled transgenderism and some other thing, and he had a friend on there that was apparently going through transition, and then later he was saying, oh, he just liked to wear women's clothes, and I says, so I was under there, and I says, I was under an alt, and I went in there, and I says to him, you said he was that? Oh, I just said that for clickbait. And I says, oh yeah, so you lied. No, I didn't lie. I went into it on the video, blah blah blah. But still, he tries to make it with the title, make it sound like it's something, but it isn't.
Yeah, the whole what's gender to you?
Yeah, something like that.
The one I was on with him.
Maybe. Did he have that guy dressed up like a woman on the couch with the other person with the hoodie with the ski mask on?
Yeah, Haley and his other friend.
Yeah. Well, that person's not actually transgender. He just said that to get views.
What the heck? Why would you do something like that?
And then he says, well, I didn't actually lie because I explained the whole thing in the video, but still, I don't know. Weird stuff.
It's like, I feel like if you're gonna be like putting out content, it needs to be real content.
I know. Just because you can get away with it doesn't mean you should do it. Doesn't mean it's right.
Yeah.
There's a lot of clickbait out there. Hey, it's not illegal, but it's still, it's immature.
Yeah, it's not right. And it's like,
Oh, you're crackling.
there really are people who it's because I have my mic covered.
Hmm.
Is that better?
Do you have your headphones on?
No.
Huh, that's weird because it keeps going crackling when you talk.
Oh, it's probably because I'm on Discord right now.
Huh. I don't know why it's doing it then. Oh my god.
So, I
Yeah,
don't
I
know how
don't
many
know
people
where
are
everybody is.
on here. Well, I just told Boone I'm live. I'll tell Turd I'm live. I want to hear
I can't
about
really
the concert.
I can't make out what you're saying.
Okay. Can you?
Yeah, it's like skipping around and making that crackle and it's like you know. Huh. I know
Can you hear me better now?
That's a little better, yeah.
So I just told Turd I'm live, to come talk about his concert.
Oh, okay. Yeah, there's still a little bit of crackling, but I can actually make out what you're saying. What do you think
Okay.
what was it
It's
before that
probably
you
because I
said?
jumped over to Discord.
Oh, okay. So
Oh,
when you have them open like that, I see. Oh. Ooh, it's 53 degrees out and it's 9 minutes till noon and it's only 53 out.
dang.
Yeah, it's a little chilly.
Coming fall time.
Mm. Another thing that screws me up is it used to get daylight at like 5:30 in the morning. Now it takes till about 7 o'clock in the morning to really see daylight.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. It's not doing it. I just saw your
Okay.
message.
Yeah, if it does it again, I'll just jump in and jump out and jump back in.
Oh, yeah, no problem. I think it's all right. It's all right now. Oh, let me unplug this. I was just charging something. Sweet. Oh,
So do you have anything going on this week?
I never have anything going on. Oh, my goodness. I'm telling you. Oh, let me see something. I live a very boring life. I gotta charge this now. I always forget when I'm using that. Oh, what did I do? Stupid. Put the wrong. I have so many different charging devices for different things.
Yeah,
Oh,
I'm not
yeah, I
coming
got.
on camera right now because I still got my bed head and I'm still in my pajamas.
Ah, it's all right. It's all right. Oh, this is a sideways one. Let me see. All right, it fits. Yay! Oh man, I don't know what it is, but I get like I don't know. About now, I always get like a feeling of like a nausea. I don't know what it is. Oops.
What do you mean you get nauseated?
Maybe it's hunger. I don't know. Maybe a little bit of. Yeah, it's still early where you are. Huh? What is it? 3 hours? So it's what eight something in the morning.
Yeah, it's 8:53.
Yeah, it's 11:53 here. For whatever. The day seems like it flies. It's like boom. Yeah, sometimes I forget when there's a 3 hour difference that or I get up at like 5, 6 in the morning. So it's like sometimes I run into streams that have been running for 3, 4 hours, like Poon and stuff.
What? You really ordered one of those?
Oh, I thought you were laughing at me. I was like, huh?
No, I'm laughing at my aunt. Like she bought the, you know those the plague masks, like from the
Yeah.
bubonic plague. She ordered one of them and she just put it on.
Yeah, it looks like a bird with a beak type
Yeah.
thing.
Let me see that. Can I put that on for like 2 seconds?
Can you imagine seeing people with those back in those days? That would be creepy.
Hold on. I've got to show you.
It's gonna be a plain big splat.
Oh yeah, that is weird. Yeah, that one almost looks like a
I
that
should
one's
wear this
that
and
one's
do
like
my tarot
leather.
reading.
Looks like an S&M gear.
I should wear this and do my tarot readings. How many viewers do you think I would get?
People would look and think you had like a gas mask on or something. With like a beak. You took a head like the beak.
That's
Yeah, I
awesome.
guess I guess they used to put like flowers and like plant type things in there to kind of scent or something.
Mm,
I forgot
that's funny.
exactly.
That's awesome. I might have to borrow those to do my tarot readings. Borrow that to do my tarot readings.
You know that song, Pocket Full of Posy,
Yeah.
the
Reading around the
children's
rosy.
song? Yeah,
Yeah.
that was to do with the plague.
Oh, that's weird.
Yeah, they claimed that posies, there's something called posy that supposedly it protected you from the plague. And the rosy was the rosy ring mark it made on you before it, it was the this rosy, pocket full of posy, ring
Mm,
around the rosy.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah, that's like the mark it would start forming was the ring around it, and it was rosy. It was like red.
And
A
then
lot of
here,
those songs.
I'll show you the masquerade mask I have for Halloween that my aunt got me.
Ah. Ooh.
You're upside down.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, no wonder why it wouldn't go on right. I had it upside down.
Somebody told me that a lot of the Halloween stuff's not going to come because of that shipping crisis. Oh yeah, it's like one of those balls, like the masquerade.
Yeah.
Look at you. Oh yeah, that's what it
Don't bring
reminds
the
me.
bedhead.
Oh, you look fine. Don't worry about it. What was I just talking about? I don't even remember what I was just saying now. God.
Oh, the shipping crisis.
Oh yeah, somebody was saying like you're not going to see very many in the stores, and the stuff for Christmas is going to be from last year's shipments that they kept.
I think they're just doing that to make people panic, and like there's really not no shipping crisis. It's
Uh,
kind of like they're trying to like put fear and make people be on edge and like give them anxiety, so they go like crazy bulk shopping again and waste their money on frivolous things that people really don't need.
Possibly, but they actually showed a clip of all these ships that are out in sea just waiting to be allowed to come in California, out in the bay. It's
Yeah,
wild. This,
so I just don't think there's like really like
yeah,
because they're trying to get it to where people like like scare people into okay, well maybe this is going on because we're not like getting the vaccine and these are just my own personal opinions like but it's like a fear they're trying to instill people in so they get the vaccine.
uh, yeah. These prices. I don't know if it happened on you out where you are, but they told my mother at this place, this supermarket, that their prices are going to go up to like some places like 50%. Some things.
Oh, that's just ridiculous.
Yeah, it's crazy. Oh, it's like it sounds any other time you'd call it price gouging, which is illegal.
Yeah.
It's probably their legal way of saying. It's probably their legal way of claiming it's for this. It's because of this, but it's it's like, oh, it's crazy.
Yeah,
Well,
that's honestly that's why I don't watch the news, is because I know a bunch of shit that they put on the news is just a bunch of hocus pocus, and it's just
yeah,
trying to instill fear in everybody. Like, and I'm not okay with watching the news just because it's all garbage down here.
yeah.
Like
I
now,
don't
if they
watch
were to
the
put
news either.
like now if they were to like put like more positive shit on the news, yeah, I would watch it. Like from the time
Mm,
I was a kid and watching the news now, it's like completely changed. Like it's all negative. Like there's nothing to really like get out of the news besides more
yeah,
fear and people being scared. And
yeah. It's too stressful to watch these days with things. It just makes you, you know. I think that's why I'm back on high blood pressure meds because of it.
we'll stop watching the news.
Oh no, I'm saying that even though you hear things no matter where you go or what you do, it's like you always end up hearing something. And it's like sometimes you can't even watch TV without it something seeing something about, oh, like later in the news this is coming on, but you're not even watching the news. You're watching a show, but you have to, it's
Yeah.
like I'd be watching shows that I like and all of a sudden they would cut in with this thing that would about some trial or some this, some that, and it would just like you were just like, oh come on.
Yeah.
I didn't want to deal with this. I'm watching this so I don't have to deal with that and watching that, and now you're throwing it on. Some of
Yeah.
them crazy. Did you get those shots?
No, I didn't get vaccinated.
I kept putting it off, but everybody kept pressuring me until I broke and did.
I view it as like they're not gonna take my rights and my freedom away from having my own choice of whether or not I get
Mm,
vaccinated or get vaccinated. Like they can't take that right away from you to have your own, like, you know what I mean?
yeah.
Like,
I know, but I cracked. I just continuously hearing from people. I couldn't even talk to my therapist without him saying, I don't normally tell you what to do, but I'm telling you, you should do this. And I'm like, oh, you know, after I got the first shot, I waited longer than 28 days. It was almost 2 months because I'm like, you know what, screw this. But then I'm like, then I got nervous. I'm like, oh, maybe I should. Oh, stupid. If I get like some illness down the road, some mystery illness, I'm gonna friggin' be pissed
yeah.
because you don't know what could happen. I tell people that I say, and a lot of these elderly people, I live near my neighborhood, they're all for it. I'm like, but you're already elderly person and I've got a lot more life to live and I have to deal with this if something does happen. And now it's like, oh, now I'm worried about that.
Yeah.
And then people start having kids that are all screwed up and stuff because of this shot. It's like, oh,
Yeah, and plus like I don't see like why, like, I'm not the main reason why I'm not going to get vaccinated is because you can still get the, the C flu after getting vaccinated. Like it's
yeah,
pointless. Like why am I going to stick something in my body if it's not going to prevent me from getting sick? If it's just
yeah,
going to, like, yeah, it may the symptoms may not be as strong, but you can still get COVID. It's pointless.
yeah. That's true. That's what I've always said. But then I freaking went and did it, which is now I regret it. I'm like, you know what? I should have just kept strong and not listened to everybody. But you know what, too? Certain places like where my therapist, I'm on the phone right now, but when they have go in person sessions, they will probably have you show your vaccination card to even go and things
Yeah,
of that
well,
like that. And I just didn't want to deal with it, having to deal with it. So I was just like, whatever. Mine was the Moderna one. I got it my pharmacy.
Yeah, everybody I live with is like vaccinated besides like the littles, but
Mm, I can understand your hesitance too. And like you said, it's your right.
so and like I'm just like that's something like I've always been like, dead set on. I don't care how bad life gets, like I still have my rights to choose and do and be
Yeah,
who I want to be. Like what are
oh,
they going to do? Isolate us more?
yeah. Yeah, let me change this one. Hold on a second. I had my
Are you
little.
changing your avatar again?
That was the other one was my Johnny Blaze one, and it's a joint, and I just thought it was inappropriate, so I changed it to something just like we all can have a chuckle at. I
Your
even
little
short.
scooter guitars are so your little scooter avatars are like something else. Like those are pretty funny.
I like the other one, but I had deleted it from my files, so I went and I tried to do it again, and for some reason it just wouldn't. So I was like, this is the first. This is the one I chose.
The
The
wacky
other one
grandpa.
looked. The other one looked like the guy was flying down the road.
Honestly, they remind me so much of of
The hover
the
round.
no, the freaking old guy off of Jackass. Like
Oh,
when they
that's right. Yeah, Johnny Knoxville.
yeah.
That was. Have you? Did you ever see that movie Bad Grandpa he was in?
I may have but it's been like a long time. Like I'm not really a big like movie or like TV person. Like
Yeah,
every once in a while, like I'll sit down and I'll watch like TV or whatnot. But other than that, like I watch stuff on YouTube, like music, carrot. But
yeah, yeah. I could go months late. Lately it's been several years. I've just been like, I have to really be in the mood. I could go months without watching any movies or anything really. I watch stuff in the evening just before just to kind of unwind a little while for a few hours and then go to sleep.
yeah, and then also it's like because I used to listen to music all the time, but like once I'm not gonna lie, like I had a tarot addiction. Like I'd sit there and watch tarot videos all day long.
Yeah.
Yeah, but now like I've started like my own channel, like I really don't watch all that much tarot
Yeah.
videos.
Yeah, I know somebody. I know this girl carried it. I actually used to date her, and we're just friends now. But I have her on Facebook, and she does them on there all the time. She don't go on YouTube and do it, and she does them. Yeah, I never really catch them though, because I don't go on Facebook that much.
Yeah, it's like YouTube's like the new hangout place. Like Facebook, like it's not. I feel like Facebook, like ever since like this big whistleblower scandal came out, like
Oh yeah, yeah. I actually deactivated my account several times, and I just couldn't. And after a while, you kind of like think you're missing something, so you go back. It's stupid. You're like, oh, I couldn't stay away.
yeah, like the only time I really get on Facebook anymore is like to like read like quotes and like poetry little things and like repost them. That's like the only thing I really do on Facebook.
Yeah. And there's a guy on there that I've been following for a while. This guy, Stephen Ray Lester, and he plays the banjo. But he did like a video. He did like a metal banjo video. A short video. He played like
Yeah.
metal with his banjo, and the
Hmm.
guy's wild. Oh yeah, and he used to have this girl he was dating on there, and he used to play the spoons on her boobs. You go like, and it was kind of like some video. He'd have this stream on there for
Are
like
you
an
talking about
hour
the
where
spoon lady?
huh?
Are you talking about the spoon lady from the Appalachian Mountains?
No, this girl is Taya. He was dating this girl Taya, and she would go visit him down in South. He lived in Tennessee, I think, and they would do these live streams on Facebook, and he'd play his banjo music, and then he would do the spoon. He would do that thing with the spoons. It was kind of like a little extra thing he would do. And he used to sit there and smoke. He would sit there and pound beers and smoke joints once in a while. But he would kind of smoke beforehand. But he would sit there and drink beers and smoke cigarettes through the whole thing.
Yeah.
He was a funny guy though. Oh, he's really good. His stream. I used to look forward to his streams, but him and that girl broke up, and he's kind of just does little. He doesn't really do the live streams as much anymore.
Yeah.
But he even had an album he was pushing on Facebook, but he pretty much bums his way across the country, taking donations and trying to get, so he could play and he'd play his music and stuff. It was funny. He would go to these festivals and all this place and play.
So he's like a nomad.
Yeah. Well, he started. What he did was he was he was off, but he was a commercial fisherman, and like those shows, the biggest, what is that called, the catch?
Deadliest Catch.
Yeah, he basically go on one of those ships out in the ocean, and he was a fisherman. And he had a problem. What was it? I don't know if it was meth or opiates or something. Opium. He had a problem, addiction, but he beat it, but now he just smokes weed and gets drunk.
I tip my hat off to anybody who can come out of like a hard addiction, like heroin and meth and like the hard drugs, like, because to me, like, marijuana is not a drug. Like, it's
yeah. Is it legal in Oregon?
Yeah. Hey, Miss Claudia.
Oh, I didn't even know she was there. Hold on. Oh, there she is. I was looking at the other screen here. Oh, she's so nice. Poor thing. She has to put up with. She had to put up with.
Yeah. I feel bad. I feel for her. My heart goes out to Miss Claudia.
Yeah. I try to always be nice because she's a very kind person, and I didn't want him to come between her and not getting along,
Yeah.
Have you ever heard that Rev guy before?
No.
Oh my God! Yesterday he was on the panel of Mr. T, and he's doing like this sermon, like he's a preacher from the South, and he's swearing and cursing, and I'm like, geez, dude, like, easy. But yeah, Mr. T came in to say hello, and I happened to be watching his stream, and he came back and told Lay that there's somebody with a alt of him in your stream.
Yeah.
And I thought that was kind of a rotten. He should have just kept his mouth shut.
Yeah, well, I kind of figured, like, I figured there's going to be, like, people coming over to my live streams just to see what I'm talking about, just to, cause drama. Like, I'm completely aware of it.
Yeah.
I'm not going to let it affect me. I'm not going to let it stop me from doing what I'm doing, because I am my own person. I am entitled to my own opinions and who I associate with on YouTube. And honestly, like, if people don't like me speaking out about what happened, then so be it. But, and then there's an alternative account going around with my name and my picture trying to porn bomb live streams. Like, I'm not okay with that. Like, do not use me in that type of manner, because it's not okay at all. Because me personally, I would never do that to anybody's live stream, ever.
Yeah. Well, I guess Miss Claudia was saying she's been getting bad comments from someone.
Miss Claudia, like, honestly, I would just block him from your channel if it's going to that length, because obviously he's pissed off because you're over here associating with positive people.
Yeah, if you don't know how, when you go to their channel, their main channel. There's let me try to do this because I stink at verbally trying to explain something without seeing it. So hold on 1 second. You go to About and you click on that flag. It pops up after you click About.
Yeah,
And
or like if he comments on like her channel or any of her videos,
yeah.
because like on the comments there's like 3 little bubbles off to the right. She can click on those and block him that way also.
Oh yeah, that's true. But this way is on the right of his channel. It says About. There's About, and then there's you click About, and then you click a flag that's on the options, and then it'll pop up and it'll say block user, report channel, report profile, report user, and you just click on the block, and that'll just block them from seeing your comments, from commenting on yours.
Yeah, it's like none of your content will show up on his page
Yeah.
or
I
his.
forgot I blocked him. I forgot I blocked his channel, and I'm like, I can't see his comments. That's weird. Then I'm like, oh yeah, I blocked him. He didn't block me. Duh. Yeah, what was I gonna say to you about? Now I can't remember what I was gonna. Maybe I was. Like I said, it probably wasn't that important. That's what I usually tell myself if I can't remember something.
You're welcome, Miss Claudia.
Yeah.
You're more than willing to grab the link. You can grab the link and jump up here and chit chat with us if you feel. Oh wait, never mind. You're at your one thing. It's Wednesday.
Yeah, she doesn't have. She doesn't have. I don't think she has Discord, so she wouldn't be able to grab that link for StreamYard.
Oh, I posted it up in the top.
Oh, because I don't see it. That's weird. Oh, now it is. Now it's probably going to show up. Huh.
Oh.
Why is it only showing up on your pinned? It's only pinned on your screen. It's not showing up on the
In
chat.
the comments?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'll repost it.
Hmm. Yeah, you know how it pins a comment on your screen here?
Yeah.
Like it'll pop up. Yeah. There it goes. Oh, your day off today, she says. I'm just sleeping today, but I'm listening. Oh, okay. So how's the temperature where you are, Tessa?
It's kind of cold. I'm not gonna lie.
Is it like the 50s or colder?
Hold on. I'll check.
Yeah.
35 degrees.
Oh, geez. It's almost freezing.
Yeah.
Almost the temperature of freeze. Yeah. So you probably get what do you call it? What do they call that ice? The freeze there.
Freeze. Frost.
Yeah. Do you get you probably getting the frost then? If you
I'm
haven't
pretty sure it
already.
was there earlier this morning, but like it's sunny. It's sunny and 35. So.
Yeah. You know what it's funny because when the sky's clear and it's sunny, it doesn't really warm up because usually if there's some clouds around, it kind of holds the heat in. But during a blizzard, it's still able to snow, so it doesn't make it's weird like that how that works. Oh, hey, have you ever? How long have you been where you are now? Have you been out there long?
I've only been out here for like 5 months.
Yeah. Oh, I don't know how big it is there, but have you ever thought of going to that place? You know where they filmed in Goonies, and he had that little thing in his hand that lined up with those little islands on that shoreline. I think
Mm-mm.
that's Estonia. Where's that? Astoria. Have you heard of
I've
it?
heard of it, but I haven't ever been there.
Yeah, that's Astoria. It's called. I always said if I ever was there, I'd want to go there. Somebody told me they actually did go check it out. Remember in that movie? You remember that movie, Goonies?
Yeah,
Yeah, at the beginning, before they go into that restaurant, it's closed and the Fratellis are hiding there.
yeah.
Yeah, he had that little thing and he lit them up, lined up with the little islands out in the ocean. There's like all these islands, like
Hmm.
these rock islands. They're not like regular dirt and every trees and stuff. It's just like these giant. Yeah.
Like sea lion and kind of caves.
Wow. Yeah, it's basically like rock. These giant rocks that basically rise out from the ocean. These big rocky islands.
Hmm.
Yeah. I'm not sure exactly that, but somebody told me that's where it is. So I like that movie.
The Goonies. It's been a minute
Yeah.
since I've watched it.
That guy who the one that was Sloth, the actor, the guy that played him, he was
Yeah.
actually he was a professional football player.
Hmm.
Let me see, I forgot. I'll have to look it up. He was well known. John Matuzik. He was a defensive end and defensive lineman for Oakland Raiders, Kansas City Chiefs, Washington Redskins. Yeah. And they were going to come out, they were thinking of coming out with a sequel to Goonies with all the people in it grown up. And the sad thing was the guy who played Sloth died. So they weren't really able to, it kind of died with that. What's that say? Oh, she said she'll be right back. I just saw her little message there. Claudia.
So.
Oh, okay. You are still there.
Yeah, I'm just being quiet. I'm listening.
Oh, okay. I don't want to talk your ear off.
No, you're good. You're not talking my ear off. I'm just, being quiet, listening.
I hear you. Oh.
Hmm.
Oops. Cracking everything. My shoulder's cracking. Everything's going. Jeez. Oh.
I love cracking my neck. It feels so good sometimes.
Yeah. Me too. Oh, I just did my I can even crack my what do they call that? My on your chest there, that little bone in the center.
I know what it's called, but I can't think of it.
I always know what it's called. Now I can't, now I'm forgetting. Oh, well.
Not the collarbone, but the...
On a lookout thing. Sternum.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, I can even crack that if I push on it lightly. It'll go.
Ew, I don't think that's normal.
I looked it up and it says it's not harmful. I think I get pressure in there because I got my gut and it pushes on it. But yeah, my neck, my ankles, my knees, my wrists, my knuckles.
Can you pop the top of your feet?
What do you mean? You mean the toe knuckles?
No, like the bridge of your foot.
No.
If I'm standing right, I can pop mine. It feels so good. It sounds so weird.
Yeah.
But then again, I'm also really like double jointed in my hip, so
Really?
my left hip, so I can just like stand there and like pop my hip down, pop it back in. It kind of grosses everybody out.
Yeah, you were. I was trying to tell you about that Discord. You were asking me about Raychella's, and I think they can only invite you, but I noticed you're on there now.
Yeah, Turd sent me the invite link.
Oh, I didn't know he could. I didn't know one. I didn't know you could. I thought only she could.
No, like, because you're in Rachel's Discord.
Yeah, I'm one of her mods or whatever they call them.
Um,
Me and Turd.
like if you're in her Discord server, like you can invite people to it. So
Oh. Oh, I'm sorry. I would have did that. I wasn't even. I'm new to there, so I only started going there because you know who, and I won't. But yeah, that's why I started there. Yeah, Turd was funny. I didn't even know you could block people, but you gotta. It's basically you gotta tap your cursor there on something, and it pops up next to the person. And I didn't know that. I'm like, how do you do it? And he told me. I'm like, oh, because I'm trying to look it up, and I can't find anything. But he's the one that bounced.
that's funny.
You know who?
Yeah.
I just kept deleting everything, and he kept complaining that I was deleting. You're making yourself look bad. Everyone here sees you. They know what you're doing, and I'm like, I don't give a fuck. I
No,
says,
it's
I don't
not.
give
I
a
don't.
fuck.
I don't take it as like you're making yourself look bad. You're just not putting up with his bullshit.
Yeah. Hey, if you got the power, use it.
Yeah.
No, and he kept putting all links to everybody. He kept putting all these links in there, and Poon said, "Quit spamming Rachel's chat, you fucking asshole," or something. I was like, "Oh my god, that guy cracks me up."
He's funny. He's definitely funny.
You gotta understand, he likes to. Sometimes he'll talk shit to you and give you a hard time, but that's just him. I was called fetus for the longest time because he didn't knew because I was friends with you know who. And he started calling me fetus, and he's like, "Oh yeah, fetus, fetus."
Yeah.
And then one day I made some comment to him, and he's like, "You know what? You're not a bad guy after all. I like you." And we were cool after that.
Well, that's always good. That's like kind of like why I went in like on his one panel and apologized because you know what I mean. Like I was basing my opinion off of somebody else's judgment of somebody, and that wasn't right. So that's why I apologized to Poon.
Yeah, I kind of was. I kind of would talk shit too, but in a way, I kind of liked him at the same time. And basically, I was torn. I was like, this guy's kind of cool, but you know, somebody else doesn't like him. So did I know friends with? So should I not like? And it's just not worth it.
Yeah.
But yeah, he sometimes he says things that might make you like, holy crap! I can't believe he just said that. That food guy. But
Yeah, like he can say some things that make you scratch your head and be like, "Ah, you made my brain hurt. Why did you say that?"
yeah, it's like, oh man, he's gonna catch flack for this for sure. But yeah, and of course somebody likes to, and then there's those who will take his stream and restream it, and
Yeah.
give their opinion of the person, or they'll put clips or stuff. You know how that goes.
Yeah.
And it's like, ugh. If they can, they want you to let go, but they can't let go.
Yeah, I totally agree with you on that one.
Yeah, it's like they tell you, "Oh yeah, you just can't enough of talking about me and this and that." But it's like, dude, oh, that one's charged. Oh, but here I am falling into that trap talking about them, which I shouldn't do.
You're not saying anything bad.
Oh, it kind of got a little crackling.
Yeah, because I'm on Discord again.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I think Turd's a little under the weather. He says his ears are still ringing.
Yeah.
Mm. It's so funny when you see somebody for the. I've never seen Turd until he came up on a panel and it showed him, and I was like, "Wow, that's not what I pictured. I pictured a guy that was younger than me." You know, and him and I got the dad bod in common.
Thanks, Miss Claudia. We're glad you're
Sorry,
still friends
Turd.
with us.
Oh.
So like I'm like super excited. So there's like many new things coming to my YouTube channel. I'm
Mm.
not going to speak on them yet, but like once you know like the things like start falling into place to where like the new content is coming to the channel, like I'm so excited. Um I'm so excited for like everybody to see like the new content. Like it's going to be awesome. Like especially with Halloween coming up, there's going to be some pretty cool stuff I'm going to do for Halloween on my channel.
Uh, you know what I noticed? Halloween doesn't last that long when you're an adult. You notice when you were a kid, you anticipated it, and it seemed to last forever.
Yeah.
Like Christmas, Halloween. All of a sudden, it's just over, and it's like, why didn't it? It wasn't like this when I was a kid. When you were a kid, you were like, yeah,
Yeah.
you were through school, and you're like, oh, the holidays coming. It's like cool.
Yeah, like I'm super
That
excited for all
magic.
this new content.
Hmm. We got to talk about the paranormal and the unknown and all these things that people experience and stuff. That would be a good time.
So okay, so I'll tell you one thing. So it's not like set in stone yet, but there is going to be something on my channel about the Skinwalker Ranch.
Oh, I love that show.
So
The Secret of Skinwalker Ranch too. You ever seen that show?
no, somebody tried to get me to watch it, but yeah, no. But it's gonna be like cool content. Like it's gonna be like based around my channel.
Yeah. Yeah. I tell a certain person about that show, and they say, "Oh, it's all CG, computer graphics, and this and made up." But I watched it just because I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
They have people on there who are, they're investigating what's going on that ranch, why these strange things are happening. It's kind of just interesting.
So
Hmm.
I may or I may not be going to visit Skinwalker Ranch.
Oh, really? Do
Yeah.
they have tours?
Huh?
Do they have tours?
I don't know. Like it's something I'm looking into. Like I don't know if I'm gonna be like directly on like Skinwalker Ranch property or if it's just gonna be like around the Skinwalker Ranch area.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because there's like this aerospace million billionaire or whatever, this guy that owns it, and he's got it all fenced off and security gates, and he has this armed guard crews and all this stuff. It's crazy. But yeah, there's like a valley on that property, and up on the hill between there and some Indian reservation, like I forgot which Indian tribe it was. So I'm not sure exactly if you can get up there or not without permission.
Yeah, like it's something it's like it's in the works. Like it's not like set in stone.
Yeah. I'm not even sure how far it is. What's that? What was that? Arizona or something? Or Utah? I
It,
think it's
it
Utah.
so
Yeah. I'm not sure how far that is from you.
there's a good traveling distance.
Yeah. Do you drive?
I don't have my own car right now, but yeah, I do have a driver's license. I used to have my own car, and then some mechanical errors happened with it, and I just got tired of replacing parts and working on it, and So I got rid of
Oh,
it.
oh, that's a bummer. Yeah, I got this car from this mechanic that I always have work. My mother would have him before me, and I got several cars off him. My last one I loved was it was a '99 Mercury Grand Marquis 8-cylinder. That thing hauled. That thing could
Yeah.
move.
I had a
But this
2002 Nissan Maximum with a 3.5 liter, and it was the the manual transmission in it. I loved that car.
Oh, really? Oh, really? So you do stick? Yeah.
Yeah.
I never learned, and I just with my way of trying to learn things, I would have been like confused. It would have just been
Yeah. Like
yeah. Right now,
I loved that car. Like it was a 6-speed transmission, so
wow.
yeah.
I have a 2008 um Ford Taurus. It's a 3.5. You know, they're all-wheel drives now, which they
Yeah.
run on computer, so they know when to kick in. Oh, you kicked yourself off. Oops. Look at me. Look at my little cart guy. Woo. There you are.
Never fails.
My little cart guy went to the center and it was bigger, so it was like right there. I'm like, there's my cart guy.
That's
Yeah,
so
you're always
funny.
trying to do something and you end up hitting something the wrong thing. Oh, what's she saying? I saw turd on Instagram. What's that? I'm excited for you too. Oh, I don't remember seeing turd on Instagram. Maybe I do have them. Huh. But yeah, maybe I should think of some ideas to go with your stream. How interesting. What's up?
Hold on, I gotta fix it.
What happened?
I'm doing something funny. Hold on.
Oh, okay. Oh. I see what you said. There it goes.
The
I
scoop
used
scoop
to
grandpa.
I used to do that smoke one in the that face where the eyes are lit up and the mouth's open like shocked look
Yeah.
with those three puffs and it was Martin Luther King.
Scoot scoot grandpa.
Scooty Scoot Grandpa.
That's so funny. Poon changed my name over on his channel the other day.
Yeah, I forget what it said.
Uh,
Oh, safe from the wiener
Poon
flasher or something.
Poon has Poon's a meat man, or and then something about Jeno or some shit.
Uh, you know what was funny? He has this picture of him he uses. Looks like he's laying down. He's got a tattoo on him chest, and he uses it. And I think it's an old picture of him, a real old one, because one day he accidentally showed himself on his phone when he was in his truck driving, and he had this long black beard, and his face was puffed up more than it, you know.
Yeah.
And I was so surprised. I'm like, hey, that looks nothing like that guy in that picture. But he's all right. It's just,
I love how you can just like like the person who's like running the StreamYard can change like everything on it.
yeah. Uh,
I'm changing mine real fast.
Oh yeah, I keep forgetting. I was on the YouTube screen and not back here with yours. There you go. Fire. Let's see. What is she? Is she still here? I think Miss Claudia is still here. Mrs. Claudia.
Yeah, Miss Claudia, if you're on Instagram, tell him to come over. We want to hear about his concert.
Yeah, he's. Yeah, when he says he was just waking up and his ears were still ringing, I'm like, that's never happened to me, and I'm glad.
Well,
Oh,
he had the meet and greet, and then he had like the like I call it the mosh pit tickets. Let me speak right, but um like that's so cool. Like so jealous.
you remember a band called what was it called? Deftones.
I've heard of them, but I don't think I've ever listened to any of their music.
Well, the lead singer, this guy I was friends with knew these two girls that were groupies, and she was able to get into his travel bus, his tour bus, and they were hanging out. And he came out of the bathroom gripping his arm like he had just shot up, and I was like, "Whoa."
Dang.
Yeah, I think he did have that problem, but my buddy actually got to meet the guy and hang out with him, the singer. I forgot what his name was.
Yeah.
I haven't been to, I've never really, the only concert I ever went to was because a friend of mine had tickets and said, "Oh, you want to come?" And I says, "Whatever." It was Kiss, Saliva, and Aerosmith.
Hmm.
I wasn't a fan, I never really cared for either, but I just went. And before I went, I downed a pint, what was it, a pint of vodka or a half pint? Something like that. And I was
Yeah.
freaking lit. Oh my God, I was freaking lit. But my friend didn't have a license and they wouldn't serve him alcohol even though he had an ID. And he got mad, so so he wanted to leave, so I didn't get to see Aerosmith.
Oh dang. Aerosmith is good. I like Aerosmith.
I could hear them playing as we were walking to the parking lot, and his father was there to pick us up because he had I know, goofy, but he had
It must have been one of those high school things.
that was no, the person, I was too drunk to drive, and my friend couldn't drive at the time because he had this condition with his eye and it couldn't get a license.
Okay, thank you, Miss Claudia.
But yeah, this was around 2000.
Nice. I'm gonna plug in my Roku real quick.
Your Roku?
Yeah.
I have one of those on my cable. I was paying for Netflix, $12.99 a month. Then I decided, all this time later, oh, maybe I'll try to link it to my TV. It'll be kind of cool. And then I linked it, and my cable company had a message on there saying, "Oh, that's part of your package, so you'll be getting it free from now on."
Oh, nice.
I'm like, dummy me! I could have been saving money by linking it. It would have been free the whole time. Dumb. I'm like, oh, stupid. But yeah, I can do that, and all these different like third-party apps that you can link to. I don't know what cable company that you have.
Oh, I don't have cable. I just use my Roku for everything.
Ah, out here it's a place called Xfinity Comcast. I don't know what they have on the the other ends where they have other places, but yeah.
PR, you're more than welcome over here, but if you just came over here to talk shit and hate on me, I will kick you out.
Fascinated Roku Talk. Yeah, he was on Mister's panel oh no, what was he on? Was it no, he was on Poon's panel and he was pissing everybody off.
Well, yeah, well, he's commented on some of my things on my YouTube channel. He says I hate myself and he can't believe that I'm not pro-white and all this other shit. Well, guess what? You're entitled to your own opinions. I'm entitled to mine, and I'm a free thinker. And I don't really follow other people's beliefs or their thinking. So I guess
You
you know what I mean. Like I don't hate myself. I'm of a mixed race, so you know what I mean. Like I'm not racist at all. Like I view color as beauty, and that's how I've always viewed it.
yeah. No need to have to explain. It's cool.
So,
Geez, I don't even know. I've seen this person, but I have no idea who he is. I don't know who this person even is, to be honest with you. I've seen them in chats before, but I've never really spoken with them much about anything.
the guy on panel is my good friend Festus.
Sounds like Ian Undercover. Nope. Nope, I'm not Ian Undercover. Thank you, Miss Claudia.
Pete Art, I just have a question for you. Did you hey Stanley, did you come over here to spy on me for Jeno? Did you come over here to get information for Jeno? Well, he used to be from Opening Anthony until he got blocked, so.
What's that?
Oh, PR.
What's gay?
PR.
I don't know, but he said that.
He said, I'm an old Opening Anthony guy as well. No, I don't work for anyone online. I could care less about Leno and your
I think he
beef.
means beef.
Yeah.
I don't really know this guy very well, so I have no opinions.
I was just curious because I know he sent people over to my live stream before just to get information.
Ugh. Yeah. Oh, he's done that several, or I know I mentioned it to you, but he's done it before too, huh?
What was that Prince song you told me to listen to? The Beautiful Ones?
Yes. Oh. Ding, 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 ding. Private. Oh, Jesus. Oh, would he lay off? For crying out loud. You can believe what you want, but don't be.
Like I believe in all races. Like it's just not about white race. All races matter. That's my viewpoint on it. And so
It's almost like this guy is just doing it on purpose to elicit people's reactions.
Like I understand, like I look white and I get that. I am the whitest one in my family on both sides. I do come from a German descent. I do come from a Native American Indian descent, and I'm proud of all of it. Like it's just not, I support all races. I am not biased on just one race. So
Mm. Oh,
just so everybody knows, I do not own copyright rights to this music. I just want to listen to music. So I've never done a 23andMe.
can we see? I wouldn't do that because then they get your DNA.
Yeah.
What are they going to do with it? Sell it to somebody or what?
Like that's
That's something
fine. Like that's fine. You can think that all you want. But my mom's side is Native American Indian and Spanish. Come from the Lakota tribe. And then my dad's side is German. And then there's also Cherokee on my dad's side.
I was told by my grandmother, that my great grandmother, she spoke of them having American Indian, and if you look at my some of her my grandmother's brothers and a brother and two sisters, they have the skin tone year round, just like that darker. And then it was funny because my grandmother and another of her brother were very fair skinned because her mother also had French, and then her father was English.
Yeah, I don't know if you guys can hear the music.
No, I can't. It's one of those funny things where you just can't really. I'm not sure how people do it. They must have to crank it up really loud. Yeah, because Lisa plays it all the time, and you could hear it clear. Strange.
PR, it's never going to be a topic that I will sit down and talk to anybody about just because I advocate for all races because it's a beauty. It's just not one general race because I am totally far from a racist person. I support all races. I support all heritages. Um so all races are being subverted. Like if you really think about it,
Oh, I've got an eye headache. Oh, I hate that.
they subvert races to keep everybody hostile against each other. So there's not like equality all the way around. And I think there should be equality all the way around because we were all put on this planet by one person. And I believe we were put on this planet to co-create and live equally and, not have so much hate and violence going on. I really do believe that. And that's something I am firm in. So you're more than welcome to jump on panel. I don't want to sit here and argue and talk over everybody. I'm more than willing to have a civilized conversation about it and share opinions, but you are entitled to your opinions. I'm entitled to my opinions, and I'm firm in my beliefs.
Hmm. Hey, I just found the green screen.
Oh, are you playing around with your settings?
Yeah, I found there's the cam and the mics, the little gear, and you can play around with backgrounds, which I've never done. Hmm. I'd like to have one where you're like on the moon. You could be like, hey, look at it. What's that one? I think I have to have it all lit up to have it on to be show it. Hmm. See, that's why I need you.
I do have a Twitter account.
What's up, kitty?
Hold on, let me jump. I'm jumping over to my Twitter, so if it boots me off Festus, you got the live stream.
Okay. Gosh, I haven't been on Twitter in forever. Oh, what a good kitty. You're a good kitty. Oh,
I heard that.
that was my female cat because she was walking around being all lovey, rubbing against my laptop, and all of a sudden my male cat jumped up and her ears went back, her head, and she's oh, he's always doing things like that. Kid doesn't leave the poor thing alone. Hmm.
Like, I'm not on my Twitter account much, just so you are aware.
Hmm. Yeah, I had a name I was using, but I can't remember. It had numbers at the end. It was like one of those generic ones, and for my login info,
Yeah.
and when I got another laptop, and my other laptop, I couldn't switch it over. So since then, it's just been. But I was subscribed to all these people following. I had people knew me as who I was, and then all of a sudden, I couldn't get on that one anymore, and it's like, ah, shit.
You're gonna have to follow me on Twitter because I'm not finding yours.
What do you think, Gabby? Hmm? Is he bothering? Where'd he go? Where'd he go, Gabby? Yeah, my female cat's Gabby, because when she was a kitten, she was always, we could say she was talking, she was gabbing.
Yeah.
She was always meowing. And now and for a while, she kind of stopped. I'm like, oh, it doesn't fit her. And now all of a sudden, she started being chatty again. And then I have my white and gray cat, Smokey. So he's 4, she's 6. Yeah. I can't remember if you said you had any pets or not.
Yeah, I do. I have a kitty. I rescued him.
Oh. Have you ever had dogs or anything? No.
Yeah, I used to have 2 pit bulls.
Oh wow. Yeah, have you seen Rachel's pit bull Rain?
No.
Oh, he's so cute. She has it on her channel. You gotta look down. I forget what I looked to find it. It might have been. I forget what I went under to find it. But I used to have I had a dog from my freshman year in high school in 1992 till 2004. So I had her 12 years, and she was uh was it Child Lab Shepherd. And a, when she was a little puppy, she was like this real light, almost like an ash gray. And then when she got older, it darkened to like a dark gray.
Yeah.
And her name was Sambuca. Yeah, and haven't had one since.
I sent you a direct message over Twitter, Pete. Alright, sounds good.
Okay.
Like I believe in like having conversations and whatnot, but being able to talk appropriately and not like yelling over each other and getting all pissed off, because honestly, like I really just don't feel like
Mm.
people come up on my panels, like that's fine, but I'll mute people.
Yeah.
The other day on Poon's channel, I got a headache from everybody yelling at each other.
Which one was that? Was what time? Because I think was I up there? Was I there? I don't
Uh
remember.
I don't know, but it was Mark Terry was on, Mr.
Was
T
this
was on.
later at night?
Yeah.
Then I wouldn't have been on there. Was it? That was when Pete and something angel lady were going at it with him, Poon, and
I have
them
no
were all
idea.
going at.
I know Lisa Lin was on. Um, and there's a couple more people. Yeah.
Yeah, I, I did see something he had on there where it was something angel lady and Pete Ard and Poon and he must have been really pissing them off because they were really going at him at Pete.
I'm listening to Purple Rain right now.
Yeah.
Oh, rain. I don't know if you guys can hear it, but
Purple Rain was like my favorite song, but then I discovered that other song and I kind of like that more.
I
It was
love
him.
Purple Rain by Prince. It's like my favorite song by him. It's like the only one I've ever really listened.
Well, the beautiful ones was in that movie Purple Rain. Was one of the songs he did, and then he had the album Purple Rain, but that was for the movie. I don't know if you ever saw it.
I haven't watched the movie yet. I'm half tempted to now because everybody keeps asking me if I've watched it.
Yeah, yeah, it's got Morris Day in it. All these music people, and that's an oldie. 83, 84. Jeez. Wow, 1 hour, 20 minutes, and 30 something seconds. We're
Yeah,
getting, we're, wow, time
we got 3
flies.
people watching.
I don't know if
Um,
that includes me and you, does it?
I don't know. I think it doesn't count you because you're over on StreamYards, unless you
Oh,
have
okay.
it open on your other screen on your laptop.
Ah, I do have that other screen open, but I don't know if that would, because I'm the mod. Maybe Pete's still here, and I know Miss Claudia is.
No, I think Pete jumped off because he's got to go to work.
Uh,
I don't know. I could be wrong. Now it says there's
like,
only 2 people watching.
like I said before, though, I've seen that name before. I just can't remember exactly when.
He was like one of the first like live streams. I do believe it was the what's gender mean to you? I can't remember if he jumped up on panel,
Yeah, no,
but
but I've
he
seen
was
his
in the
name in
chat.
chat before. I
Um,
just never seen him on panel until recently. Hmm, so strange. Excuse me.
oh, I think I'm gonna listen to a song for Miss Claudia.
Hmm.
I kind of sung it to her yesterday.
Ah, jeez, I don't know. I wish Turd would come too.
He's probably busy because he didn't work yesterday because he went to the concert.
Yeah.
So he's probably catching up on yesterday's work.
Hmm. Do, 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 do.
Miss Claudia, you know what song I'm gonna play right now? This one's for you, just to bring a smile to your face. Just 'cause you deserve to smile.
I don't know if you can hear it though.
I'll turn it up louder.
I'm not sure how they do it on other people's. Maybe it's through. Maybe they have Sirius XM. Maybe they play it through their computer too. I don't know. I've been wanting to get one of those, but I don't know how much they cost, or I can't really. Gotta look it up. Satellite XM Sirius XM radio.
We're gonna listen to the Johnny Cash version of "You Are My Sunshine."
Let's see.
You'll have to let me know when you can hear it.
Hmm.
Can you hear it?
I can't hear it, but no. Hmm.
Hold on, I got the buffer symbol. Can you hear it?
You asking me? You're asking me. I can't hear it. No.
What?
sunshine. Me happy when skies are gray.
You can hear it
You'll
now.
never know, dear, how much I love you. Please don't take my sunshine away.
Oh,
Miss Claudia, can you hear it better?
do, 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 do.
Always loved you and made you happy, and nothing else could come between. But now you've left me to love another. You have shattered all of my dreams. You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy when skies are gray. You'll never know, dear, how much I love you. Please don't take my sunshine away. You want to pick that?
There you go, Miss Claudia. That one was for you.
Don't mind me. I'm looking at Sirius XM radios because I'm thinking I want to get one sometime.
I think it's like $14 a month to be able to listen to it in your vehicle if it allows it, and then to like stream Sirius XM on your phone and like your laptop. Yeah, I think it's
Oh, I
like
thought you
14.
needed. I thought you needed a special thing for it. I didn't know you could do it on your laptop.
Yeah, you can stream it from your laptop, your phone, any media listening device.
Oh, son of a gun. Yeah,
I used to have a Sirius XM account.
Oh, really? Yeah. Yeah, I used to have it when I used to have Dish TV, I think it was
Yeah.
called. This was like 2000, it had to have been around 2003. And you used to get that on there. You get all this channels, tons of channels for cheap.
Yeah, I used to have
And
direct TV.
jeez, and the guy that installed it, he took all day. And then later, I went to a spot in the basement because we were renting this house in some city, and I had this box, and I had some weed left in a bag in there, and the damn thing was gone. And I'm like, did that freaking satellite TV guy steal my weed?
He probably did.
Yeah, right. Oh, shit. I knew I had something left in here, a couple of dimes worth left in there. So I had to call up, and I'm like, I gotta get some more weed from you. I'm like, shit. Oh my, yes. But yeah, that was good. You could get a lot through Dish TV. And to get around the box thing, I could actually, my sister had the TV, and the brother-in-law I stayed with, and they had the box out in the living room, but I could actually run it through my VCR and use the controller.
Nice.
So I didn't have to pay for another box or anything. I don't know if that still works, but
Probably not.
occasionally though you'd get a little bit of interruption in the weather because it was a satellite dish.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Those were the days. It was a 3-bedroom place we rented for $1,200 a month. That's pretty darn good. These days you couldn't get that.
I used to have DirecTV. It was like $70 a month for everything.
Oh yeah, it was DirecTV. I said Dish TV, but I meant DirecTV. Yeah, and I used to get XM right on the television. That was before Sirius and XM merged.
Yeah.
It was just XM. And I think I might have, I don't know if I had Howard Stern on there or Opie and Anthony was on there at that point. I don't think were on X. They were still on regular TV radio
Yeah.
at that point, 2003. It's already 1 o'clock here. I'm like,
It's only 10:16 here.
yeah, I know. I'm like, I wish I could go back to that.
So yeah, and then like another thing is like once I get like more like it's just for the like the channel like I know like soon I'm like if everything like my subscribers go up, like I'm gonna create my own website.
Yeah.
But like right now like I'm just like I've been thinking a lot like if people do reach out for personal readings like how much I'm gonna charge them and
Mm.
so
Ah, definitely. Don't mind me. Sometimes you run out of things to say.
no, you're fine. So I don't know. I might just go live off of YouTube later,
Mm.
off YouTube Studio to do the fire sign readings.
Oh yeah, because what did you say your StreamYard is going to be running out?
Yeah, I only had like 4 hours left of streaming on StreamYard this morning and I got on, so
Uh, what are they supposed to charge for that when you
um I have no idea. Miss Claudia knows more about it.
Mm. Oh, he was on Sam Hill's channel. Is that what Club Claudia's saying about Pete?
Yeah.
I've never really listened. Maybe a couple times, but I've never really put him on that. Seen him really. I don't think anybody's even seen his real face, what he really looks like. Someone was saying all the years he's been doing it or whatever, he's never shown himself.
Miss Claudia says it costs $25.
A month?
I think so.
Probably. Hey, if it's worth it, if you're really going to use it a lot, then it's worth it, I suppose.
Yeah.
I know someone like me, it wouldn't be worth it because I would probably never use it, even though. Oh.
So
Hmm.
So, but like I do know like with because like just like I was telling you guys on Discord, like I did link my tarot channel to my PayPal account,
Yeah.
but I don't know if I'm gonna post it. Well, I guess I'm kind of like talking about it right now on YouTube, but I don't know if I'm gonna post it in the description box.
Yep. I got you. Oh, you want to hear something? Listen to this. This Amazon. The drivers from Amazon come and deliver.
Yeah.
There's a note here because they're going to be delivering today to me, and it says, "Please give drivers at least 6 feet of space to safely complete your delivery."
I was
Oh,
watching like a couple of the because you know how they have that Ring doorbell,
yeah.
Ring.com. There was somebody who was like an Amazon delivery person, and it had a funny note. When you deliver the package, say abracadabra, set the package down, and then run.
Ah, who did that? You did that?
No, I seen it on YouTube. Like it was a clip on YouTube.
Oh.
And then like after that one, it showed like a whole bunch of people like trying to break into houses and like people having the Ring doorbell and like
Yeah.
scaring them off. And then there was one where this white car was in a driveway and like it was like he like totally pulled up in somebody's like driveway and was like trying to steal their like split firewood that they had stocked up.
Yeah. I actually saw some on there. Creepy things that were on the cam. Like people would show up all disheveled and acting crazy.
Yeah, like and honestly, like I think it just like gives more of a view on like how crazy people are and like what lengths they go to
Mm,
because they just want to like destroy something somebody else has.
mm. But they had one where this woman comes and she's got like a t-shirt and her panties and stuff and she's running up. Turned out she was trying to get away from her boyfriend who was crazy.
Mm,
But like these things that people filmed on there and they're shocked to see and like what the hell's going on?
yeah.
It's crazy because you go on like YouTube and you're thinking, oh, I'll look up like people caught ghosts on camera, and there's never any really good ones. They all could be either explained by something natural or they're just really, crappy hoaxes.
Yeah. Like I find the like there's like some like drive cams like the car cams.
Mm.
Like my uncle watches some of those and like there's some of them on there that just like make you like really like slap your forehead and shake your head like really like that person should not have their driver's license, but
Yeah. They had one once where the guy had the self-driving car and he's asleep behind the wheel while it's driving for him.
is it the one where he goes in the field?
No, the guy's on the highway and somebody's filming him from their car. I guess you can get in trouble for that, but if it's a self-driving car, then how can you get in trouble?
I don't know. It's inattentive driving for sure.
Yeah, maybe it's like it's probably like a loophole basically where it's like, hey, technically the car's driving itself, but you being asleep is kind of derelict, of driving. So
Yeah.
they were showing videos where these guys could actually showed how we're out driving one and somebody could actually hack it and we're messing with
Okay, Miss Claudia, get some sleep, and that's fine.
it. I'm gonna go to sleep. Okay. I feel like going to sleep, but I don't want to because then I will not be able to.
Waste your day away.
Yeah, a lot of times there was certain times where it would be like noon and I'd go to sleep till like 3 in the afternoon and then get up and whatever for like 5 hours and then go to sleep. But, it doesn't. I'd rather be able to just crash as soon as I lay down and just boom and go to sleep. I don't want
Yeah.
to. So I just kind of force myself to stay up.
I'm finally glad that cold's gone, but I still kind of got like a little bit of a
Oh, you did
cough.
have a cold.
So
Yeah. I forgot you said you were. Yeah, did you say your throat or something?
yeah, I got tested like 4 different times, like for COVID. Well, not 4 different times, but twice. But they like ran it for like 4 other things, and everything came back negative. So, I just got a mysterious cold from the trees, I guess.
Yeah, I remember I got sick I was feeling really sick and I went and got it checked, and then they actually have you drive around to the side, around the building, and on the side they had a little place set up where they check you from your car.
Yeah, curbside.
Yeah, and I seen her come, and they had a new way of doing it too that I heard about where they didn't have to jam the Q-tip up your nose like they were doing.
Yeah, they just like swab the inside of your nostril.
Yeah. And I was expecting when I saw the Q-tip, I'm like, oh no, they're doing the old way. This is gonna suck. And then she just kind of rolled it around. I says, oh, okay.
Yeah. So like the first time it was like that for when I got tested the first time when I was sick. And then the second time when I went in, it was like they literally swabbed the back of my throat through my nose. It was so uncomfortable.
Ugh. I remember seeing this. I remember seeing this clip from China where they were training these doctors to do it rectally, and they had these mannequins. They'd come up behind and lean over and do it. And I'm like, what the hell is wrong with those people?
Yeah, that's just so wrong. Like you should never rectally swab anybody for anything unless, well, but then again there's like colonoscopies that people got to get done, but still even at that like I'm so terrified to have a colonoscopy done when I
Yeah,
get that age.
me too. My mother had one recently, and she said she thought it was going to be worse than it was, but it was like, uh, it's still a pain. The pain in the real problem, not pain in the no, but the problem with the only thing she didn't like was she had to drink this nasty stuff. Then she had to get up at 2 in the morning and drink the rest of it, and then she had to do all this stuff. And it was like, oh, I would hate to even have to. That the prep was the biggest pain.
Yeah, like you can't eat, you got to drink this flush out thing. And then,
Yeah.
you go to the hospital and then they fill your belly with gas and then they open up your asshole with a balloon and it's just like and then they stick a camera up your ass and then after they're done with it, it's like you can't leave the hospital until you fart so many times.
Oh my God.
That's what my grandma told me. That's how she says they're done.
Well, with my mother, they actually put you under anesthesia, so you're out.
Yeah. And like I guess like after you wake up from anesthesia or whatever, like the doctors or the nurses like they come in and push on your belly to like just to see how much gas
Yeah.
like inflaming gas is in your belly like and then like you really can't leave until you fart like 7 times, I think is what my grandma told me.
Oh, jeez. I think that, yeah, I think it's, from what I understand, I think it's 50 and over. I'm going to tell my doctor to go jump in a lake. I'm not going to, I'll just keep on going till I drop a little bit. Like I
Yeah,
don't
like
want
and but then there is like I know there's like places over in like California that do like colon irrigation
to.
and it's like where yeah, no, like why why can't, like you just like I get like people want to flush all the like the bacteria and stuff out that like that sits in their like sphincters in their rectum area, but like no, like I'm not gonna go to no like doctor's office and have them like flush out my asshole. It's like because it's like literally they like stick a hose like with water up your ass and they like flush it out. It's like man, like I'm sorry, but anything that has to do with the asshole like grosses me out. Like I'm not okay with it. Like
Do you know did you ever listen to Howard Stern?
no, not really. Like I know other people who've listened to him and they find him like hilarious and
Oh, no, the reason I'm bringing it up is because he has this co host, Robin Quivers, and she would talk about how she would get something high colonics, and that's what it is with the hose and the thing.
yeah, they call it like some people have like a different word for it. Like I know about it like just because the irrigation part. Like
That's how I heard of it, is because of Howard Stern.
yeah, I just think like anything to do like with yeah, like I had E. coli once. Okay, I had E. coli once. It was horrible.
Huh.
Um, and like I had the worst like stage, like the worst like kind of E. coli anybody could have. Well, I just barely got back from a cruise,
Mm.
and like I was feeling fine, but then like I guess it takes like a week for it to like really like make you sick. And this is gonna sound really disgusting, but I know more people than just I have gone through this, but like I got the diarrhea like really bad, like I didn't feel good, like my whole body hurt, and I couldn't figure out what was going on with me. Well, then I literally started shitting blood, and I was like so freaked out, like
Oh my God.
yeah. So, and I probably should have went in like sooner, but by the time I could just not move, and my whole body hurt, and like my asshole was like so inflamed from like shitting so much,
Oh gosh.
like I know like this is like pretty grotesque for me to talk about, but it's a real life experience. Like I go into the hospital, and like it literally took them 4 hours to find a vein to start an IV drip line on me because I was so dehydrated. Like I had no like my mucous membranes in my eyes and my nose, and like
Yeah.
my mouth was like so dry. Like I had no saliva. That's how bad I was dehydrated.
Oh wow.
The doctor actually told me that if I would have waited like a couple more hours to come in, I would have ended up in the ICU. That's how bad I was dehydrated.
Wow.
And so like they run tests or whatever, like I was prepared for what was going to come at the hospital. Like I already knew they were going to want a stool sample, all that gross stuff. So
Yeah.
yeah, it was bad. So they run the test. Well, the doctor comes in, and like I'm not shitting you, like I've never been so more uncomfortable with doctors asking me questions than I
Yeah.
was that day. Like I've given birth, like like you would think like giving birth would be more uncomfortable than like a doctor asking you questions about your butthole.
Ugh.
Well, he told me, he's like, okay, so you have the worst case we've ever had in this hospital in this region for E. coli. Um,
Oh
he's
my.
like, so I have a couple of questions, like, and he warned me. He's like, they may make you feel uncomfortable, but it's just questions we have to ask you, especially with this type of E. coli. And I was like, okay, well, I got it from like contaminated, like either I got it from contaminated food, like not being cleaned properly, like beef, um, or I got it because somebody had E. coli and they prepped my food and they didn't wash their hands.
Oh.
Um, but like this is like one of the most like embarrassing questions like a doctor's like ever asked me, and like he's like, I'm so sorry I have to ask you this question, but I have to ask you. And like this time, like the doctor is like blushing, like he's bright red in the face just because he knows it's an embarrassing question. He's
Mm.
like, I'm not assuming, and I don't think you're that type of person. But do you have like any weird feces fetishes? I was like, and I straight looked him like dead in the eyes, and I was like, do I look like the type of person that walks around sticking shitty things in their mouth?
Oh my God.
And he's like, no, you don't. Like, it's just a normal question we have to ask, especially with E. coli cases. He's like, like the food drug and or something like where they like E. coli, like where they investigate it, just to. He's like, they'll be calling you in a couple days to ask you some questions, like. So I already knew where I had got E. coli from, and it was from eating contaminated meat, like beef not
Ugh.
being cured. And I guess like when beef cows, like if when they're slaughtered,
Yeah.
like there's before they slaughter them, they're supposed to test the cows for E. coli to see if like because a cow can have E. coli, and then you butcher it, and just by you butchering it contaminates all the meat.
Oh.
Like, it doesn't matter if it's washed or prepped or cleaned, like, properly and, like, how they're supposed to do it. If that cow has E. coli, like, no matter what, like, every ounce of meat on that cow is bad, and they're not supposed to butcher it. And
Yeah. That's
so now,
crazy.
like, I'm, like, really careful when it comes to eating ground beef, just, yeah. But yeah, that's my embarrassing story of E. coli and, the weird, uncomfortable questions doctors ask you.
Oh, I know. They do have some weird questions they ask people. I know that. Jay,
So,
did
and
you?
like, and they can't give you like, they couldn't give me any antibiotics for it because it's a bacteria
Yeah.
that lives that will like stay stuck in your intestine. And if they were to give me antibiotics, it would just feed the bacteria infection. Um,
Wow.
yeah, so like they like left the pick line in my arm just because it like took them 4 hours to like find a vein, and they told me, like just make sure you're drinking lots of fluid, like don't really eat any food right now, just like like let your system like flush it out, and just avoid eating food so like the bacteria doesn't have anything to like stick to and grow to and
Yeah.
just get worse. Like, oh man, I did not eat anything for a week straight.
Ugh.
And then I had to go back in the following day for like more testing and like more IV fluids just because I was to the point of like being so dehydrated. It was horrible.
Oh my goodness, this is terrible. Wow.
Yeah, well, so there's an embarrassing story. And
Yeah.
I can see people taking just what I said and running with it and being like, "Oh no, she's a shit eater. She eats feces." But no, that's not the case.
Uh, let me know.
So
Yeah. Jeez. Is there it says there's 4 people in here, but I don't know who it would be.
it says there's only one person on mine, so
Oh. Maybe it's behind. Yeah, it could just sometimes it does that. It gets behind on my screen. I'm just wondering who heard our conversation and is looking like, okay.
well, it's on YouTube now. Like the only way it cannot be there is if I delete the live stream.
Yeah. It's all right.
But see, like that's the thing. Like I'm so different than other people. Like I don't mind talking about real life experiences, like things I've been through, and I know other people are like against it. Like, no, don't dox yourself like that. I was like, but to me, honestly, it's not doxing because it's a real life experience. I know other people go
Yeah.
through things. Like, what's so wrong with about like reaching out and being like, hey, like I know other people go through this. Like, it's not a big
Yeah.
deal. Like don't be ashamed of the things you've gone through, like own it, like it's made you who you are, like don't hide it.
Yeah. Oh, you know what I meant to tell you? For some odd reason, he Jenna uploaded an old video of him with Winkler on his panel, and it's not a new video; it's an old one. And I don't know why he did it, but it's weird.
Hmm.
I said to Winkler, maybe it's because he wants to make people think you're still friendly with him. I don't know, but it's kind of odd because he don't have nothing to do with him.
Yeah.
He's got his. I always thought he was actually married to this woman, but apparently they hadn't even met in person yet. And they finally
Yeah,
met.
like it's like honestly, like I hope it turns out good for him because like they honestly they just their pictures that they've posted on Discord, like it's just so cute, it's sweet, and it's like, oh look at this little internet love, like, and some people are lucky, they meet on the internet and then they go travel to see each other, and it's like they fall in love and it's a lifelong relationship. And
Yeah. See, when I first met him, he was always he would talk about Mrs. Winkler, and I'm like, oh, he's married, but he wasn't. That was just, he just, that was just something he would say. Oh, that's my Mrs.
yeah,
Winkler. And I
I
thought
think
they
it's
were.
cute what they have. I think it's cute what they have going on.
Yeah. And he's got you see that smile he had on him when he was on. I don't know if
Yes.
I don't know if you were there on that panel he went up with her.
I think it was on
Sam.
it was, yeah, I was there. I was there.
Oh, okay. I couldn't remember. That's Sam. That guy he like asks the most inappropriate questions.
And I think everybody asks inappropriate questions, like, and it may seem like inappropriate questions to like some people, and then I
Yeah.
can also view it as like, like prying into somebody's like personal life, like butt out, man.
He's like, "Oh, so have you two had sex yet?" Or something, and I'm
Yeah.
like, "Sam, Jesus."
Mm, mm.
To him, it's like he doesn't realize it's. He just. I don't know, man. That guy's in another world some days. Most days, but he's all right. He won't hurt. He's harmless. Have you met Frank yet on Poons?
I seen him last night, but I didn't jump on panel just because I was like laying in bed and I was like super tired.
That guy cracks me up. He's in another world.
Like, did you see his wigs last night?
Oh, he's got this weird thing where he makes wigs. I don't know. One stream, all you seen was his hands, and he's working on these wigs, and then he put it on and was showing. I'm like, who is this weirdo?
Like, I thought it was awesome. It was like cool. This dude's like live on YouTube, like, just wearing wigs and like
I
I thought
thought
it
he
was
was.
cool.
I thought he like gathered women's hair like he was some psycho to make wigs.
No, like I think because he was talking about like opening up like an Amazon channel, Amazon store of his own and like selling stuff.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think that's what it was for. Because like he last night he also showed that he's got like a pair of like night vision goggles. Night vision goggles are awesome. I have a night vision scope actually.
Oh, those are cool. Yeah, I had a camera, but I could never get it. I can never figure out how to work of it. It was like a night vision camera.
Hmm.
It took photographs, like 35 millimeter, I think, or digital. Maybe it was digital. I can't remember. My mother got it from somewhere, and she's like, "Here," and I put the batteries in it. I'm like, "How the hell does this thing work?" I couldn't find it in the directions or anything. I'm like, "That's weird."
Hmm.
It was like Shopper Image or something. This company that's been around forever.
Yeah.
Yeah, and to this day, I can't figure out years later, and I'm like, I still can't figure out how that thing worked. But yeah, I thought he was a wig maker, and that was like his profession, but I don't know what he does.
Huh. Yeah, I
He was
think it's just like stuff he had to like sell on his Amazon.
oh, because he's like combing it and doing. He's like he was making a wig, and all you could see was his hands on the stream, and it was really creepy
Huh,
because he's
well,
got
if he makes wigs, I'm definitely gonna have to hit him up because I love wearing wigs because my hair's short. I love
oh,
wearing wigs just because it's like easier to change up your style and your look.
have you ever had your hair long, or are you always short?
No, I've had it long. Um,
Yeah.
but like the last year and a half, it's been short, and I've gotten to the point where I'm like tired of it being short and it takes forever to grow out. So, I've bought a couple wigs. I also have worn hair extensions and
I found
and people call it like being like a woman's like not being her real self, but I view it as like a way of like self-expression. Like, if you want to wear wigs, you want to change up your look, go for it. You want to wear extensions, make your hair thicker, make it longer, go for it. Like,
hmm, well, that's your choice. You can do what you want. Oh, I seen this girl. She had like her hair shaved in the back and kind of dyed, and then on the side she had it long. And from the front, it looked like it was long all around, but then when she would turn around, it was balding almost in the back.
yeah, that's called an undercut. I used to have one of those.
Oh,
I
really?
also used to, yeah, like I also used to have like how the singer Pink,
Yeah.
how she wears her hair short. Like I've pretty much like had every single one of those like short hair ideas. I've
Hmm.
never shaved my head completely bald though. Never.
Yeah.
I don't think I'll ever go that far because it's taking forever for my hair to grow back and I'm getting sick and tired of it.
I go through times when my hair would get really thick and I would just shave it down myself. I hadn't gone to the hairdresser in a long time, many years. But
Yeah.
the older I get, now it seems like it's growing slower. So it's like, oh man.
So like I like when I was younger, like my grandma used to take me to the hair salon to get my hair trimmed and layered or whatever. But like from like the time I was like 13 on up, like I think I've been to the hair salon to have my hair styled maybe like twice. Other
Oh,
than that, like I've cut it, I've dyed it myself.
yeah. Oh, uh-oh.
Oops.
There you are. Yeah, all of a
What's
sudden,
that? Number two? Second time I've done that?
yep. Uh, hmm. Nobody's here. Gee,
I
nobody.
keep thinking like the neighbor is like mowing his yard, but I think he's splitting wood, but he sounds like a lawnmower.
Huh. Did the log split his the motor maybe here?
Well, yeah, but it sounds like a lawnmower because it's like it's so quiet. Because I'm
Yeah.
used to like, because like growing up, like my grandpa, he had a tree business where he would, cut down trees, he would stump them out, like that type of thing. And we used to take like the big logs back and like split them up for wood for people during the winter.
Mm,
And we had two different wood splitters, and they were loud. And so like hearing this one, it's like it kind of throws me off because it's not as loud as the ones I'm used to growing up.
mm. My cousin used to do it by hand, but because as he got older and he had the stents in his heart, and the doctor said you got to lay off that, so he had to go. He went and bought a log splitter.
Yeah. Like they come in handy. It definitely makes it a lot faster and a lot easier, but
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, he's got one of those things to heat his house, and it's you could use either um oil, wood, or anthracite or coal.
huh.
It's a multi-fuel heating system. And then he's
Huh.
got his then he's got a fireplace in his living room.
Fireplaces are nice. Like
Yeah, I
I
wish
keep
I had one.
I keep asking my uncle if I can roast marshmallows in the fireplace. He keeps telling me no.
Now, did you say that where you're living now that they do tree business too?
Okay, so my uncle, he has a logging business.
Logging.
Yeah, and we don't log with heavy machinery. Like we log the old-fashioned way with horses and
Oh, yeah, I've seen
um
one once where they had oxen, I
yeah.
think. Yeah.
I think like some Amish culture, I could be wrong, like, but Amish cultures like log with oxen. They also use draft horses like percherons. Like
Mm.
we have six percherons, and man, those horses are so smart. Like they know how to open up gates. They If you have your phone sticking out of your back pocket out in the field around them, they'll take your phone from you.
Ah.
Um yeah, like they're really really smart. Um
Yeah, I used to watch that show, Axemen, and there was a logging company that, in tight spaces, they'd go back to the oxen,
yeah.
and then they would do.
So like over where I'm at, like there's a bunch of people who own like a lot of mountain property, and like sometimes like they don't like the heavy machinery coming in because it really does like tear up the land, like it does damage to the ground and whatnot.
Oh,
So there's like occasionally like where they'll want like some areas like thinned out and cleaned up. They'll have like like my uncle come in with his horses and do it because yeah, it's pretty cool.
I heard somewhere that the animals seem to like it. It's like a challenge, and they love it or something. I don't know.
Yeah, so pretty soon we'll have eight Percherons, because two of the mares they're pregnant, and then
Yeah, I remember you
so
saying.
it's pretty awesome. And then two of the ones we picked up came with foals already, so and they're starting to get bigger. Like it's crazy because they just got rid of their winter hair like a couple months ago, and now they're
Yeah,
starting to get their winter fur back.
yeah.
And so they're like turning into little fluff balls again. They're so cute.
Oh,
I have videos of them on my other channel.
I'll have to check it out.
The ones that are to like the one that is like titled Sophie, like you'll see her like smiling and making faces. She's one of the Pertrons that we use for logging. She's pregnant right now, so but where like it's we had these big, huge fires over in Oregon. Like the logging kind of got like shut down and put like on a time limit to run chainsaws,
Hmm.
just to prevent more fires from breaking out.
Hmm.
And so, like, if people go out to get firewood, like, they are, like, literally, you can start running chainsaws at daybreak, and then as soon as, like, 1 o'clock comes around, you have to shut down your chainsaws, and then you gotta wait an hour. You gotta watch the area that you were cutting down firewood just to make sure, like, no sparks or, like, just the heat from the chainsaws doesn't cause, like, a brush fire.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
I've seen where they use these they attach these cables and they have these things that ride the logs up hills and stuff.
Yeah, that's, like, when they use, like, heavy machinery. Like, I think those ones I call them a skyjack. I don't think that's the right name for them, but
Yeah.
um, like those ones are like super dangerous. Like with us, we go in, so we have like trees that'll be marked on property,
Mm.
and then I'm too afraid to run a chainsaw, so I don't do the falling or the limbing. Like
Mm.
I run up and like what I do is I choke the trees
Yeah.
and then I unchoke them. So
Oh,
it's
the
like I'm
choke.
like, yeah, I'm running back and forth like hooking the chokes and unhooking the chokes.
Yeah, you gotta be quick and to do that.
Yeah, but you also have to be like very aware of like your surroundings just so you don't get like caught in between the logging winch that we have because it's like this thing. It's got two big wheels on it, and then it's got a seat, and then it's got a battery like it's a motorized like winch that
Yeah.
runs off a battery sitting on top of the I can't remember the name of it, but it's a pretty cool setup. You hook the battery up to it. The winch, it's got a gun to like lower it and lower it. Um, but it like what it does is it picks the logs up off the ground in the front, so it's easier for the horses to transport, and it doesn't like dig into the ground and cause like dips and whatnot.
Oh.
It's pretty cool. I have a video on my phone. I don't know if I posted it on my other channel, but with the horses hooked up to the what is the name of it? I keep forgetting the name of it, but and like they're pulling logs out like but these horses like we can't ride. They're not meant for riding and they're super tall and super huge.
Yeah.
It's like trying to put like the harnesses on them. I'm like standing on my tippy toes or like standing on the side of the horse trailer because I'm so short.
Heck am I seeing? I keep seeing it. What the hell is that? Oh, that was me. I'm seeing this reflection on my shade, and I'm like, "What's that moving?" And it was my laptop and my legs moving, and it was.
That's funny. So I think I'm gonna like jump off at 2 hours and 15 minutes just so I can get my day going and whatnot. And then I got something I gotta handle, and then I might go live and do the fire sign readings.
Okay.
So
What's it? 209. Whatever is easy.
yeah, it's only like 10:54 here.
Yeah, it's 154 here. I was talking about your stream has ran 2 hours 9 minutes and 50 something 56 seconds 57. 50.
So
Hmm. Oh, I'm getting
oh,
hungry.
have you ever heard of the band the Dead South?
No.
Oh, they're a good band. I like them.
Hmm.
Their favorite song of like my favorite song of theirs is "In Hell I'll Be in Good Company." It's a good song. I like it.
Oh, what is their music? What type of music is it?
It's like they kind of like because I like introduced my uncle to them, but like in their music videos, they look Amish, but they're not Amish. Um, you'll have to check them out. It's hard for me to explain, but I really like their music.
Hmm.
So,
Oh, I gotta remember some. There's this. I know this guy he's in a bunch of bands. This guy, and he's in these metal bands that he since the '80s. Can't remember the name of their Steel Assassin.
I think I've heard of them, but I'll
I
definitely
think
look it up
that's the
after I
name
get
of it.
off here.
Maybe it's not Steel. Hold on a minute. Let me think. It might. It's something Assassin. It might not be that. Yeah, Steel Assassin. John Falzone is the guy I know. He's the singer.
Hmm.
If you ever want
Well,
to check it out,
yeah, I will. I will. I love music, so anytime like people like suggest like music or artists or songs, like I definitely listen to it.
yeah, this guy grew up in my hometown, the town I grew up in, and he lives down in Tennessee now. Everybody in town knew this family because they were like well known in town. But this guy's pretty good. He's got one hell of a voice. There was another song. He was in another band too, but this is his other one. And I think there's. Let me make sure this is the one with. I think there was a song, Burn Witch Burn or something. Yeah, Burn Witch Burn, Steel Assassin. That's one cool song you want to check out.
Okay, I will.
Yeah, it's kind of cool having somebody from your hometown that's like really badass musician like that, like this metal band. And I don't really think they've really done much with like being like signed and stuff. They just like do their own thing. Bless you.
What's another one? Have you ever heard of Kaleo or I don't even know how to pronounce it right, but
Hmm.
I'll send you a link to his music over Discord just because I don't know how to like pronounce his name right, but he's got really good music. Like,
Yeah. Whoops, my stomach is talking.
yeah, mine is too. It's yelling at me, telling me don't eat. But
Let's see if this guy. Can you hear it?
yeah,
Let's see if I can get some lyrics in here real quick. I won't bore you with the whole thing, but yeah, I'll kind of skip it along. Doesn't he sound like Bruce Dickinson from
oops.
Iron Maiden?
That sounds familiar.
This guy's got to be near 50 years old. But you get the point. But doesn't
Hmm.
he kind of sounds like the guy from Iron Maiden in that song? The way his the voice. Yeah, he's pretty
Yeah,
good.
the band it sounds familiar.
Oh yeah, but yeah, he's been doing it since the early '80s. Oh, what's it? Uh, yeah, I think I'll go see what I can find to eat because usually I don't even bother eating around this time. I usually wait till I eat supper, dinner,
Yeah.
whatever you call it.
I haven't really been like eating lately. I just haven't really had like an appetite.
Yeah.
So
Well, it comes in handy because I got to lose some weight. My doctor told me. I got to lose like 30 pounds, and I'm like so bummed because I don't even feel like starting. The doctor says, "Oh, you gotta eat right and lose some weight, and then I could probably take you off your blood pressure meds and or your cholesterol, whatever."
yeah,
And
that's
then
like I know what that's like. Like my there's somebody in my family that's going through that right now. Like so like and like they've cut back like on all their sugar, on all their fatty meat they eat, and they've like literally have lost like 20 pounds. So
yeah, I know that's what the doctor's like. You gotta cut out the sugar and the salt. The salt's not good for your blood pressure, and then the sugar. Well, they call it pre-diabetic, which means like you're near there, but you're not.
yeah.
And I'm like, oh shit. Remember when you were a kid, you could drink all the soda and sugary stuff you wanted, and it didn't bother you.
Yeah, and then like you get older and it comes to bite you in the ass.
Oh yeah, but I actually got some of those sugar-free like Canada Dry, Sunkist Orange, and Coca-Cola, sugar-free and caffeine-free, and they're decent. They're not too bad.
Hmm.
Yeah, I was surprised. See, I went and got I got the sugar-free Coca-Cola. I'm like, oh, cool, cool. So I'm drinking like, oh, I could drink plenty of these. It's no sugar. Well, I didn't think to look and see, oh, there's still caffeine in here. And I had like 3 cans one day. And I'm like, freaking, like, why the freak did my blood pressure feel like I'm like bouncing off the roof? And I'm like, oh, I looked at the thing. It said caffeine added. And I'm like, you stupid. Sugar free, but caffeine's still in it. So I had to look specifically for Diet Coke caffeine free.
Hmm. Diet Coke is like one of the worst things for people to drink.
Yeah, that's what they say. But this says sugar free, so I'm like, I don't know. I had a cousin that used to drink Diet Coke all the time, and then they have their gallbladder removed.
Yeah, sorry, I'm like busting into the Oreos.
Oh, I thought you were. It sounded like you were doing cards, like you were mixing cards,
Shuffling.
shuffling. Yeah, that's the word.
No, I had to break into the Oreos.
Ah, I like the ones that those yellow colored ones.
Like the vanilla ones?
Huh?
The vanilla ones? Sorry, I got a mouthful of Oreo.
Yeah. Yeah, they have the black or brown, whatever color they have. Then they have the yellow. They kind of like, I guess I'd call it vanilla. My favorite though, I like the double stuff.
Yeah, the double stuff's good.
And I dip it in the milk until it's soft, and then I. Yeah, I haven't seen many people on. Usually, there's a bunch of people streaming to on the weekdays. That's strange that it's quiet like this. There's not very many.
Maybe
You
they're
know,
taking a break from all the drama.
yeah, maybe. Yeah,
I'm just
because
glad I
usually.
don't have. I'm just glad I don't have all that crazy shit going on my channel yet.
Mm.
I better knock on wood. Hold on.
That Lisa.
So
Yeah, we were in there with a bunch of alts one time, and she ended up bouncing us all. Me and Ter, we all had those not those not Legendo alts that are like different but the same.
Yeah.
And she didn't know what to think. And then he's bragging on his thing that he got all of us bounced when he didn't. It was just she was getting fed up with us because we kept going in there.
That's me.
I don't even think she knew who was who after that. She didn't
on
know
Miss
if it was him or
Claudia's
not.
channel.
Huh?
On Miss Claudia's channel.
No, Lisa
Oh.
Lindman.
You guys are too funny sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes we get a little carried away.
But I really do appreciate you and Tur like having my back.
Oh yeah, no problem. I just yeah, there's a limit with me, and then somebody crossed that line, so I was like, no. Do you know what a joke I'd been on if people would know I was still associating with somebody like that?
Yeah, that's why I kind of like just blocked him and I've like moved away from whatever he's doing.
I made the mistake of going on Miss Claudia's panel at one time with him, and he was shouting and hollering the whole time, and I'm like, see how you're acting right now?
Yeah, like that's all I was trying to do on Poon's channel was be the voice of reason and trying to calm him down, and I'm the bad guy.
He's all like, I was nice to you, I was very friendly, and I helped you when I did all this stuff and talking. And you blocked me on Discord? How dare you? And he's screaming and yelling. So
Well, there's
finally
a reason
I said,
why you did.
so finally I'm just like, you know what, I can't deal with this. You're nuts. And I just shut it, and then I clicked out and left. I was just like, the hell with that.
Yeah. Like I believe there's a certain way to get your point across, and then there's a way to not get your point across and just make yourself look like an ass.
And according to Poon, it seemed like it was all planned because he had his pants folded beside him waiting.
Yeah.
He saw it after in the back before he left in the backstage.
Well, yeah, and then also like backstage, he also said that he was going to continue to porn bomb Poon's channel until it got shut down.
Yeah.
Like he verbally stated that, so it's not like I'm not like speaking him out of his name. I'm speaking on his actions and what he said he was going to do.
Yeah. He had mentioned something once. He had mentioned he was going to pull something, but I didn't know he was going to do exactly what he did.
And I honestly, like, I think he did it mainly just to get attention because he knew if he porn bombed Poon's channel, nobody would be able to stop talking about it.
Yeah. And he's saying, oh, there's a blurry picture up on Discord that someone put up and it doesn't show anything. And you didn't really see what you saw. And I'm like, are you kidding me? I know what I saw.
Yeah.
It wasn't just a fleeting glance. It was like full on there. And then Poon caught it and shut it out. But it was like, are you kidding me? You're telling me I didn't see what I saw?
Yeah.
Are you kidding me? You're going to tell me?
Yeah, but then, like, again, like, I'm not in the wrong for jumping up on Poon's channel just to try and, like, be the voice of reason and calm him down.
Yeah.
So for him to sit there and, like, flip it around on me, that's, like, completely wrong of him. But it is what it is. Like, he's gonna flip no matter what. Like,
Yeah. I think that's just always how he is. And you just can't reason with some people.
and then he tried telling me I had no right doing it and I should have confronted him in private. No, I'm sorry. A true friend would have jumped up on any live panel, told you to calm the fuck down. You're making yourself look like a buffoon. Knock it off.
Yeah, before you do something really stupid, but then all of a sudden, what happened?
Yeah. Like, it's like, I'm sorry, but a true friend would not let anybody let their real friends or people who they considered real friends act like that on the internet or in public in general. Like, that's just me. I'm the type of person that will confront the behavior as at the time it's being presented. Like,
He had this like psychotic look in his eyes. It was terrifying when he did that. And that's what I remember the most is just this crazy look in his eyes.
so, and I guess by doing that, it gave him every right and reason to threaten me and like try and like put fear into me and like me bow down to him. Like, I'm sorry, but I'm not gonna stop doing what I'm doing. I already
Mm.
had plans on creating my channel before I ever even like was your temporary co-host. Like, I already had plans. I already like I just didn't know how to go about it. Yeah, it gave me like a fucking foot in the door to see exactly how it's done and what not to do and what not and how not to act.
Yeah. Oh,
So
oops. I think you said you wanted to do. What time did you say? Oh, were you talking time on the clock? 2:15.
no, I was talking about on the stream hour, but it's okay.
Oh, okay, because it's up to 2:26, 2:27.
Yeah.
All right.
So but I just was eating. My
Uh
belly was hungry. So and plus we were having a conversation, a very, you know.
oh. Oh, I got a headache. Oh my eye headache. There you are. I heard you.
Did
You're
you
like,
hear
ah.
me? Yeah, that's funny. Okay, I gotta run back upstairs, grab a cigarette, go outside, smoke my cigarette, and then I'll jump off.
Man, I miss having cigarettes.
So
I
how much is a carton over there?
oh, I don't even know now. Last I knew, it was like $80,
Dang.
and that was the cheaper ones.
We got 2 people watching now. Hi, whoever's watching. Thanks for clicking on for a minute. If you stick around, you stick around. If you don't, you don't. But thanks for checking us out.
Mm, I don't know who that could be.
So,
That name's
is it
still
is
in.
it sunny over there?
Yeah, it's sunny. Yeah. Geez, Miss Claude, you know when if you type in the person's name with at next to it, it'll pop up with who's still in the chat, and it still has Miss Claudia and Pete Ard.
Hmm.
So either they didn't turn off their
Well, Miss Claudia
sign
said
out.
she was gonna leave it up while she fell asleep.
Oh.
So we must have soothing voices for her.
Oh,
So
so,
how about them Yankees?
how about the Bears? Do you have a sports team you like, or?
Like okay, so like I have like so like I'll represent like I'll sport the like Pittsburgh Steelers, but that's only because like my grandpa is from Pennsylvania and like
Oh.
he's from a little town off of Pittsburgh. It's a weird name. I don't know how to pronounce it right,
Hmm.
but I think it's like Pennsylvania or something.
Oh,
I could totally be pronouncing the name wrong, but so like I'll support the Pittsburgh Steelers just because it's my grandpa's hometown. I
Pittsburgh is
used
where that's where Lisa Lindland lives.
mm, that's where Miss Claudia is from Pennsylvania also.
Oh, really?
Yeah, she said
Huh.
that the other day on live stream we were talking about it.
Huh. That's where Rev lives too. That kid Rev. I wish we could get him away from you know who,
Uh,
because that kid's at the point where he could be manipulated. So it's like,
yeah, but like you look at it like people who are able to be like being manipulated, like that's on them. Like nobody can prevent anybody from being manipulated from
hmm,
anybody. Like it's all on like somebody else's like mind, like and like
yeah,
being easily persuaded and that type of stuff. Like you really can't prevent people from manipulating or trying to manipulate. Like because you think about it, like there's some dark manipulation going on in the world. It's just
yeah.
so.
Hmm. Oh my! Hold on a second here. Oh, my phone is all right. That's amazing. It's crazy how fast my phone drains. I
Yeah,
hardly
my
even.
phone's at like 9% right now, but that's okay. I'll charge
Yeah,
it as
my
soon as
phone. Yeah, I've had that where it just gets so. It's like I don't know what the heck. I thought I got rid of. I did. I looked at this thing online how to make the battery last longer with these, and you certain programs you can, you know, stop
close
running.
down.
Yeah, it's all these tricks you can do, and you do all this stuff, and I did all that, and it still doesn't last. It's not like
Are
I'm
you
online on there either all the time.
are you using it to run a hotspot or anything?
Possibly. I'm not
Because I
sure.
know like running a hotspot
Hmm. Let me see what my settings.
and then like when you're on like StreamYards or whatever on your phone, like just like being on StreamYards or watching like live streams, it'll drain your battery like real fast.
Oh, that's probably it because I don't have my mobile hotspot turned on. Yeah, that's probably what it is. And then sometimes too, like, yeah, it'll be lower, and then I'll wake up in the morning and I'll look and it's like 13, and I'm like, oh. And it makes a noise to let you know that the battery's running low. So all of a sudden you hear this noise and it's like, what the hell is that? You look and it's like, oh, my battery's running low.
Yeah.
Oh, I've never had this is my first smartphone. I've always had, God, I went back to flip phones, and I actually had a phone that belonged to my father before, and after he passed, it was it was changed to my name.
Yeah, just as like a sentimental keepsake.
Mm. I was just slow to change, you know,
Yeah.
get one.
Okay, well, I am done with my cigarette. My phone is at like 9%. There's two people watching. But I am gonna go live later off of YouTube Studio, so there won't be a StreamYard link.
Okay.
So just watch out for that notification and come mod in the channel.
All right.
So, but
All right, I'll be talking to you later then.
all right, it was a good morning conversation. Well, afternoon conversation for you.
I know it's like, but yeah. So I will, I'll see if I'm on, but I don't know if I'll be on. But if I am, I'll see you then.
All right, sounds good.
Okie dokie. All right.
All
Bye.
right, bye.